Good day, beautiful people of the world, man. It's Monday, April 5th, 2021. Happy Easter weekend. Happy Easter Monday to everybody around the world who's celebrating. Yeah, man, it's Resurrection Weekend, Resurrection Day, the Comeback Day, the BRB, the original BRB, dude, the king of BRBs, the one and only Jesus Christ. Give it up, ladies and gents. Yes, sir. Praise the Lord. You know what I mean? It's important, man. It's important. As you get a little bit older, you starting to wisen up, man. You start and wisen up, and you realize it's important to believe in something, have faith. And I think today we're gonna just, spend half an hour chit chatting about faith, what it means to have hope, and yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it, boys and girls. Cheers. Nothing beats that morning coffee, am I right? Of course I'm right. You know it, dude. Why do we have faith? Why do we have hope? Why should we have faith? Why should we have hope? I mean, it's extremely important. I think everybody should believe in something. And why not pick something positive, dude? There's so much stuff that you can choose and pick from, and to each their own, man. But again, I never grew up with any religion in my household. My parents never practiced anything. But, as I got a little bit older and just going through life, like I've mentioned it before in a few other videos, I came through my own choosing and just my own curiosity. I'm a fan of Jesus, dude. I believe in Jesus. That's what I came to realize works for me. And again, to each their own. But it's important that we celebrate certain things, that we respect certain things, and that we incorporate certain things like belief, like faith, like hope in our daily lives. Because yeah, a lot of times we don't do any of that stuff. A lot of times we became so quote unquote, I guess, scientific in our view, or like, I know when I was a kid, I know when I was younger, especially being a teenager, I really didn't believe in much, and I didn't even have enough knowledge to realize what I'm like. And there's a ton of smart kids out there that know a lot, and to me it never made sense as a teenager. I'm like, I thought I label myself as like an atheist, you know what I mean? It'd be like, no, there is no God, there is no, and to each their own, man. But you go through life and you pay enough attention to certain little things, and it's just a matter of having faith and believing and having hope and believing in magic, dude, and believing in things that don't rely so much on the physical realm for existence, you know what I mean? And it's important. But it's funny, if you would have asked me when I was a teenager, when I was in my even early 20s, if you asked me if I believed in aliens, I would have told you, hell yeah, of course I believe in aliens. My logic or my point of view at the time definitely kind of like leaned into the scientific notion of things. But even though without seeing them, I've never seen an alien, I've never seen a UFO for myself, but I believed in them, and I still believe in extraterrestrial life in some sense. And yeah, so if I could leave a little bit of room and imagination for those things, I could certainly leave a little bit of room for hope and having faith and believing in somebody, or believing in somebody who I guess was a symbolic representation of a sacrifice, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, I've not even read the Bible, I'm not even religious, and I've never gone into a church, I've never attended any religious like ceremonies or anything. I just found God and Jesus for myself, and I don't preach it to anybody I think that's the thing, that's the beauty of it. Today you can just do anything on your own, you know what I mean? But it's important that we do that on our own. We take time to go out there and work. We practice, we work out certain muscle groups because, we exercise, we need to strengthen certain muscles. If your muscles on your legs are a little bit weak, you might be wanting to do a few squatties like your boy, so you work up those leg muscles. If your brain is a little bit in need of assistance, you go seek therapy. You may be, opening yourself up to taking particular medications. You may be opening yourself up to meditation. If you're financially in a position where you need assistance, you go out there, you seek out for programs that are there available to you. You go get a job, you do this, that, and the other. But when it comes to our inner happiness and peace, we rarely put aside any time to have faith and to have hope and to be positive, really, and just talk to because that's the thing, I don't believe in a big guy sitting in the sky, going through his beard with an afro pick. But I definitely believe we got, I think there's definitely God's within us. I think we all have that God connectivity. I don't know how to explain it. I believe in a Christ consciousness, and I just believe in, like, trying to do better things, look up to a figure who's always, again, for me it's notions of Jesus or what he preached. From what I gather is, again, loving, forgiveness, and community, and those to me are really gooch notions to be promoting. And I think we need more of that, especially at a time like this, because it's time like these that we have all the reasons as why we shouldn't have hope. We have all the reasons as to why we should be skeptical of life, and we could be, all of us could be raising our arms and cursing the heavens. And you've had those moments. I know I had when I was earlier. I'd just be mad at everything and everyone. I'd be like, man, why is this happening to me? And that's the thing. Those are the times I think you sometimes have those dialogues with yourself or God, and you just talk, and you might do it internally, you might do it out loud, but you come to the realization that there's, again, 8 or 9 billion of us crawling this little planet, and we're all going through similar yet different things, but it's all relatable. You know what I mean? We've all had a little bit of taste of achievement or winning. We've all had a little bit of taste of loss, and we all know what it means to, want something and not get it. We all know what it means to have something and lose it. We all know what it means to, there's an element of human life that, if you want it, there's beauty in it, but there's an element in human life that's, it's suffering. There's a lot of suffering in human life, but those are the times where you shouldn't give up. Those are the times where you really want to stray from having faith. Those are the times where you should really enforce your faith and come down even with a harder belief. And this is, it's been a rough year, and it's been rough for a lot of people out there. I see it. A ton of businesses have closed down. A ton of people are hurting, but I want you to know, if you've landed on this page today for whatever reason, we are in it together, and my heart goes out. And I believe through having faith, through having hope, we can come together as a community and uplift each other, man. It's important that we do that. It's important that we practice certain things. It's important to have rituals. I think this is what I've noticed. A lot of people in today's society, and today's postmodern society, where you have everything at the snap of a finger, I think a lot of people are just finding themselves kind of empty, kind of tired, depleted. And that's because we focus way too much on the material goods around us to make us feel happy, and we don't really, we don't look within, we don't talk to ourselves, we don't talk to Jesus, we don't talk to God. And again, to each their own. If you practice any other religion, that's completely fine too. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I think overall the message, I guess, is just having, especially on Easter, it's about having hope. It's about believing. It's about rebirth, it's about renewal, it's about having positive energies. And yeah, if you practice anything else that's devoted to a higher power, I also respect that, because yeah, again, there's just way too many of us to have one form of a remedy that works for everybody. There is no one recipe that applies to every human being, because we're all very unique and all very different, but we can have common ground. And I think, the basis of faith and having hope is the common ground, is one of the common grounds. And there's, again, notions of love and forgiveness. These are all very important. How much do we love ourselves, How much do you care for yourself? Do you cook yourself your own meals? Do you make your bed in the morning? Do you lay away nice clothes for yourself? Do you read a little bit something to stimulate your mind? Do you go exercise? Do you spend good time with good people? Do you give back to the community somehow? These are all things that we should, everything's connected, right? And everything's connected, but it starts with you and having faith. And being hopeless doesn't help. If for whatever reason you've ended up here today and you're not having a good day, I want you to know everything's gonna be a-okay, baby girl, baby boy. Everything's just fine. But have a little bit of faith, have a little bit of hope, and just do good things. Just concentrate on doing good things. And that's what I'm trying to do, man, little by little. And by no stretch of the imagination is it ever going to be perfect, but we can strive to do better. That's all we can ask of each other. And be patient and then just try. Come in and try. Just come in and try. And I'll be here, man. I'll be coming in here and trying until the wheels come off. And thank you guys for all the love and support. Thank you for the privilege and the opportunity. And thank you for everybody else out there, all the great people doing great things. And right now, specifically over the past few years, if I were to also like thank a group of people, it's got to be like comedians. And again, I know my path is going to be way different than everybody else's, and that's just the way it's meant to be. But I'm so grateful for everybody that's come before me, for everybody that's doing it right now, killing it at the high level, so that other folks like myself, like you guys, and we're all on different stages of life, but we're all looking at each other. We're all trying to learn and do better, and it's exciting to see people succeeding at things. It's important that people come in and lay out good examples, and that's what I'm trying to do. And today is just a little bit of, giving back, and I think it's important that we talk about faith and belief and hope. Yeah, faith, belief, and hope, dude. Faith, belief, and hope, because it's, a lot of times we think that if we have faith or we have belief or we have hope, that it should be conflicting with our scientific or logical part of the brain, because like then you'll want to come down and be like, well, until I don't see it, I don't believe it. And you're missing out on life. A lot of things you're not supposed to be seeing with your eyes, dude. A lot of things you're supposed to be seeing with your inner eye, with your third eye, when you sometimes even close your eyes. And that's just from viewing within, realizing how we're all connected, how we're all dependent on each other, how we're all individuals but kind of a collective being at the same time, this one entity, that everything's kind of synchronized in this chaotic existence that we call life. And that's beauty. And that's what it is, man. Just finding these little balances. And sometimes we got to leave room for faith and hope. And oftentimes I found myself when I was younger, when I was having difficulty admitting to myself, because it was like admitting to myself that I was wrong. I'm like, for a certain period of your life, you've lived as a so-called atheist. You know what I mean? You didn't believe in anything. You didn't believe in a God. And for me to make that turn and be like, no, man, I can leave room for hope, for peace, for happiness, for love, for forgiveness, for community. And again, if you want to look at a figure who represented all those messages, Jesus. So it worked out for me, and I'm very happy, and I'll stay faithful till the day I drop, and I'll practice my way, the way that I want to connect to my God. And you all have access to, man. It's free. You can have access, and you can make yourself stronger, better, healthier. And that's the thing that you got to do. Everybody should be just striving to do better and help themselves heal. And a part of that healing goes back to spiritual healing. And I'm not an expert, dude. I don't know much about, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm letting you know through experimenting, through living my own life, and it's helped me maintain a little bit of a balance. But when I was younger, I would only go to, sometimes I noticed I'd catch myself, and that's when I noticed I'm a hypocrite, because I called myself an atheist, but at times in dire times of need, I would seek guidance, and I would I'd talk to Jesus, and somehow, and through talking to God, and in a little while, you see how everything kind of works out. You see how there is some sort of a great designer, I guess. I don't want to, not to get too, it's so weird talking about these kinds of things without getting, I don't want anybody, to each their own, man. I don't know how to explain it, but all I'm saying is, I noticed that in times of need, when I reached out and I spoke with my God, it responded back, and in a different way every time. And I'm like, why shouldn't I start practicing that on a regular? If I get up, that's the thing, I like rituals. And if something works, why not incorporate it into a part of my life? Until it proves otherwise. If one day it stops working, I'll be like, all right, it doesn't work. But so far it's been working, and I'll continue to do so and the more I believe and the more I have faith, the more it works. And that's magic, you know what I mean? And that's beauty. And everybody has access to this. These are all, it's everything. We all have access to a lot of things. It's just, do you want to tap into it, or do you want to just ignore it? So, if I get up every day and part of my daily routine is to exercise my muscles, 10 to 15 minutes, it's non-negotiable. I have to exercise. It's just my body weight routine that I do. One day I'll hit chest, one day I'll do arms, one day I'll do legs, one day I'll do abs, shoulders, but that's part of my life. once a week at least, once a week for a period of time, I should be sitting down, and I've been doing this. And I'm going to be doing it even more so with more. I think it comes a little bit with age too. Just I want to be slowing down my pace, even though like I've got a good grind and I work hard and I'm proud of that and I will always continue to work hard. But part of working hard, at least a little bit of it during the week, maybe set aside a little bit of time for yourself. Just meditate, just sit down quietly in a little space, go out into nature if you want, do whatever you want, find your own way, whatever works for you. Be a little bit quiet, maybe talk to yourself, if you believe in Jesus, if you believe in any other religion, practice however works for you. But again, it's the essence of wanting to make that into a part of your life, having faith, having hope, so that, we give off good energy, because we are energy. At the end of it, everything's energy, and it's just what do you feed into. And you can be neutral, you could be counterproductive, or you can be productive. And yeah, I think community, love, forgiveness, these are all important notions that we should all be practicing. And because none of us are perfect. And yeah, it's just good to have faith, dude. It's really good to have faith. And I don't think anybody else did it any better than Jesus, dude. Seriously, I know today's all about like Jesus. Let's just call a spade a spade. And the thing that I love about Jesus and Christianity, it's out of all the religions out there, for me, I find it the most, even though the churches could definitely use, the church could definitely do a lot, the Catholic Church could do a lot, there's a lot of pedophilia that needs to be tackled, that's been going on for centuries and generations. There's been a lot of negative stuff done in the name of Christianity, or any other religion for that matter, but out of all of them, I really jive with Jesus, dude. And even in our culture, even in our pop culture, it's so easy to like, even if you're a disbeliever or even if you're a believer, it's just really cool and easy to talk about Jesus. You can talk about Jesus, you can joke about Jesus, you can say whatever, and that's the thing, that because of that loving and forgiveness message, I think there's people always give themselves permission, but like other religions don't necessarily have that same leeway. Like you couldn't, or you could rather, but that's the thing, that you talk about Muhammad or you joke about Mo a little bit, and the next thing you know, you get Charlie Hebdo. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, not to say that that's the case all the time, because I don't want to, forget about that. I don't want to, today's just about Jesus. I don't even care about I don't want to bring any negativity or any sort of, I just want to be focusing on hope and faith. But you guys, that's kind of related, I guess. That's the thing that I mean, like the out of. And again, we've had the, Christianity, there's been definitely, you had the Crusades and this, that, and the other, but overall, like the person himself, or the representation, the symbolic representation of a Jesus Christ, was a peaceful, loving dude from what I gather. And like he had a diverse group of friends, man. He had a diverse group of friends, and that's attractive because I find myself, having lived such a diverse life, I've always been friends with so many different types of people. And that's really cool, but sometimes the other religions are cool too. But that's the thing. It's let's just call a spade, dude. If there was a showdown of religious figures or gods, dude, Jesus Christ, numero uno, dude. Just saying. The other guys, you gotta work a little bit. We all gotta work a little bit. But I'm just saying, dude, if there was who would you want if you had one choice, if I had one choice to hang out with one person, a religious figure, a historical figure, a god, I would hang out with Jesus for an afternoon. I would just pick his brain and have him just listen to him. Actually, I just listen to him probably. And that's it, dude. The other ones are cool too, dude. The other ones are cool, but if I had to only pick one person, it'd be Jesus Christ, dude. I'd make sure I'd pack me a bottle of wine, a nice Merlot, and, preferably it'd be a nice sunny day out. We go find a nice bench or a patch of grass, and we'll sit down and just, I'll listen to him chat. And that's what it'd be. Not to say the other ones aren't cool, but, just saying, if I had to pick one, it's JC. It's Jesus Christ, dude, Chrissy. And that's what it is, but it's important to have faith. It's important to have faith, and it's important to remember Like I said, it's important to have faith in times where you shouldn't have faith. When everything's gone to the shitter, dude. You know, when everything's gone to the shitter and like your life's in shambles, that's when you should have faith. That's when you should not lose faith, dude. Because it's easy. It's so easy to just give up. And that's the essence of having hope, the essence of having faith. It's not giving up. It's just being relentless and not giving up. And you find that within yourself and you find that within other people. And that was basically Jesus' message. Relentlessly loving and giving until, you know, yeah, just, I really believe that. I think we can definitely take on our biggest problems with love and kindness and listening to each other. And that's all there is to it, boys and girls. That's all there is to it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, being positive, having hope. And this week, again, if you're celebrating out there, happy Easter weekend to you. Happy Easter Monday. Not too many things that I celebrate. The only things that I really celebrate, again, is like Christmas and anything that every once in a while that has to do with Jesus. And today's that day, dude. It's, or yesterday rather, but it's the weekend. It's Monday. It's the day after. And it's a special day. It's a renewal for all of us. And I know we need that. We all need that because, again, if we were to just look at the outside and read the news but I want to put that aside for a second because whatever, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to have to move forward. We're going to have to do it together, boys and girls. Ladies and gents, we're going to have to work together. And that's it. We're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to remind ourselves to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and there's a lot of things that need to be tackled and cared for, but you know, being angry at each other, trying to point fingers and scapegoating groups or individuals never worked. It'll never work. That's why we just need to put aside our differences. Everybody come with a notion, and for the most part, like honestly, the majority of people are so gooch, dude, out there. I see you guys out there, you ladies, you gents, I see you out there, you nice ladies and gents. A lot of good girls and boys doing good things. I see it and I love it and it's so inspiring. And I want you to guys just keep doing whatever you're doing out there because I see it, whether you're young and you're in school, you're focusing on your sports or your academics, or whether you're in your early 20s just starting to figure life out, going about your business, maybe finishing school, maybe entering the workforce. Maybe you're in your 30s like myself. I'm 31 right now. Maybe, you know, you're still, everybody, I think at every stage of life is still trying to figure out life, dude. Nobody has the answer, right? The greatest minds, everybody's still like trying to bang their head. Can we formulate a way to figure out the answer to all of our mysteries? And that's the thing, that's the beauty of life, is we'll never find out all the answers. I don't think we ever will. Because once you find out the one thing that you think is the ultimate thing, then you'll realize there's just something else to find out after. Like right now we're like stuck at the Big Bang and we want to figure out what came before the Big Bang and stuff like that. But it'll just continuously, at least to my knowledge and maybe that's not, I don't know. Let's not get, I don't know where I was going with that, but the point that I'm trying to say is it's important to have faith. It's important to have hope. And it's important to stay determined and focused, and just keep just keep coming in, do whatever it is that you're doing. And if you fall off your horsey a little while, it's fine. Just get back up, dust yourself off, and boom, giddy up. That's all there is to it. That's life. It's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. It's not too hard. It's just, we can make it easier on each other. We can make it easier by being more accepting of ourselves, of our loved ones, and but make sure you're taking care of yourselves out there. And that's the thing, is sometimes it's important to spend a little bit of time to make sure you're spiritually well off as well, because you could be you could be exercising all you want, you could be reading all you want, you could be having fun as much as you want, you could be you could have access to everything, but if you're spiritually not attending to yourself, you're gonna feel a lack. You're gonna feel something's not right. And man, I'm encouraged. Just try it out. Just try it out. Meditate. Talk to yourself. Talk with your higher self, rather. Maybe that'll be a way you can connect with God or your God. Or if it's, in your case, if it's Jesus, if it's JC, dude, maybe that'll work for you. But everybody's got a method. That's what I mean. And do it. Who cares about my way, dude? That's just the way I do it. Who cares about my way? You do it your way. But I'm just saying it's important to have faith. and believe and have hope. And that's it, because certain times you legit just, you can come in, do the work, whatever it is, and then you just gotta leave it. You gotta leave it and just, move on to the next thing and continue doing that. And that's what we're constantly, like, everything's kind of, even though it seems chaotic, there is synchronicity going on in our world. And you can synchronize yourself. And that's what I'm doing, dude. Write a few jokes every once in a while. Come chat with you guys every other day. You know what I mean? And try to make it better. And it's like, it's the same thing as the working out. I'm working out every day, not because I need to work out for the moment, but I'm working out for the day that I need my health to be intact. I do the push-ups just in case, I get into a car accident, I can maybe recover better or something. I hope you get the analogy. And that's the thing, you have faith on a daily, you have faith and hope on a weekly, and when things align and things go well, you can be like, sweet, man, this is for, having faith, doing good things, believing, and then you can start giving back as well. And when things don't go wrong, when things don't go right, you can still have more faith. And that's even, again, that should be giving you more reason to have faith, because whatever, faith is not for you to like want something or believe in something and want it to happen instantly. That's having faith, and having hope requires patience. And that's the thing that we all need to be reminding ourselves of, again, having patience, having hope, because these things, you can just talk about it, but if you say it and then the next thing you're checking for whatever, and it's like, yeah, it's not gonna happen like that, but give it some time. You continue to do what works, you continue to practice what works, just come in and do the good work, dude. And the rest will take care of itself. That's all there is to it, ladies and gents. Boys and girls, that's it for today. Just wanted to come in and, today was not about me, today was not about you, today was about Jesus Christ and the notion of having hope and having faith. And yeah, again, if you're celebrating, happy Easter weekend, happy Easter Monday. I will be back here again on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Thank you guys. We're gonna just keep it very, positive, as always. Asking questions, tickling each other's brains, asking questions, supporting your boy on Patreon, asking questions, doing silly things, doing serious things, all this, that, and the other. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, it's Monday. Go get it out there, whatever it is, but have faith and have hope, and everything will work out just fine. I love you guys. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Peace out, everybody.